Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Arrow Season 5. So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for Episode 4 of Arrow Season 5, otherwise entitled Penance. But before we get into anything else, let's actually watch the trailer.
We're gonna break John out.
And then what? John is just a fugitive for the rest of his life?
You're gonna break into a military prison?
We're not gonna let you do this.
Did you say that you're not gonna let me? Church is planning something big.
Go. Do not die.
So this trailer really does let us know everything about this episode for the most part in regards to the main plot points. Now just quickly before we get into everything else, I actually did upload a review yesterday for episode 3, but unfortunately YouTube had like a massive seizure or something and everyone's videos took ages to process. I thought I was in the wrong, so I kept cancelling the upload, and eventually my video went live like 3.5 hours after it usually would. So a lot of people didn't even see it, and even sub boxes were broken. So I will leave it linked in the description below, and be very much appreciated if you could go and give it a watch. Now as I said, this episode is called Penance, which is a pretty interesting title for an episode. Penance is essentially like self-punishment, so punishing yourself for something that you feel you have done wrong. Well, at least that's my understanding of what it means. You would have to think Diggle is the one doing this, but you never know, it may be another character such as Felicity punishing themselves for their past actions. But let's go through the trailer and point out everything that I feel needs to be pointed out. So the trailer starts off with Oliver saying that Lila and himself are going to break into prison. That's right, break in, not out of, into prison, and retrieve Diggle. This is voiced over a clip of Diggle in prison and also like a couple of prison vans going into said prison. Felicity actually brings up a really good point about this whole prison break plan, and that is what happens after they do it. Is John or Diggle just going to be a fugitive for the rest of his life? Which is true. If you want to prove someone is innocent, you have to do it while they are imprisoned. It will be interesting to see how all of this does play out, because if they do break him out, that's going to be a storyline for Diggle for the rest of this season, you would think. We then see the new Team Arrow, or Team Arrow 2.0, whatever you want to call them, form like a human roadblock of sorts. They are there to stop Ollie from breaking Diggle out. Now the expression on Ollie's face when he hears Mr. Terrific say that they aren't going to let him do it is pretty damn funny. He's just looking at them going, you're not serious, are you? And of course they try to fight Ollie, but they obviously get their asses handed to them. So I'm guessing Felicity most likely put them up to this in like a last attempt to get Ollie to not proceed with breaking Diggle out of prison. We see two gangs, I guess, we'll just call them gangs, and they are having a nice, good old friendly game of avoid the bullets. Now one of these gangs is under the control of Tobias Church. This is then when we see Adrian Chase again, who we met last episode, who is the new district attorney for Star City. Now he says Church is planning something big, and I'm 99% sure he is speaking with the new deputy mayor, Quinton Lance, as we can see both of them here jumping from a blast later on as well. One quick thing to bring up about Adrian Chase. Now I saw a lot of people saying, oh, Prometheus, that's Prometheus, it's so obvious now. Unfortunately, no. He is actually the vigilante, and we actually saw a sketch from an eyewitness on the screen in episode 1 of this season, as you can actually see right here. I think we are meant to see him in either episode 6 or 7 of this season as the vigilante, so it will be pretty interesting to finally get that on screen when it finally happens. We get a nice shot of Ollie inside the prison trying to avoid the attention of the prison guards. Now due to this plan of Tobias Church playing out, and Ollie actually being out of town breaking Diggle out, new Team Arrow has to go on a mission without their leader, and well, I think we all know how that's going to turn out. Not that great. We get a pretty cool shot of Tobias Church and Wild Dog running at each other, which is followed by Ollie like ninjaing into Diggle's cell. Now this is a very interesting shot here, as we can see new Team Arrow around the corner from some thugs, and you can actually see Artemis holding a bow. So I'm guessing between the end of last episode and the beginning of this one, Ollie teaches her how to use a bow, because in last episode she wasn't using it. So unless she's just been using it off screen, then I don't know how the hell she learned how to use it. But hopefully she isn't a pro like Ollie to start off with, as that would be extremely hard to believe. So hopefully they actually have some scenes in this episode where she's just missing all of her shots. And the trailer ends with Wild Dog getting smashed to the ground by Tobias Church, with his mask then left on the floor with blood dripping onto it. So it does look like Wild Dog will be captured by Tobias Church and most likely messed with or tortured with in order to get info on the Green Arrow, as you would think Tobias Church would most likely know that he is connected to him in some way. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, it'd be very, very much appreciated if you could leave a like on it. As I said before, if you want to go check out my review for episode 3, I will leave it linked in the description below. Let me know what you think of this episode, what you're looking forward to the most. Leave them in the comment section below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.